What's going on, everybody? For today's video, I wanted to come to you with something that I'm considering playing next format. We did just get a ban list this past weekend, and it changed the format a little bit. We're still in heavy fire, but this deck right here could do something about that. So I am going to talk about Tenpai Dragons. Tenpai Dragon is something that's really interesting. It plays a lot during the battle phase. You have so much room for hand traps or cards like Santa Claus and board breakers. You can play hand traps and board breakers. You have like 20 spots. You can do pretty much whatever you want. There's a lot of 1-card combos and 2-card combos, and here in the future I'm probably going to put some combo tutorials up for this deck, but this is something that I'm going to be learning rather quickly. Raleigh is this weekend. This deck's pre-release is this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm going to Raleigh, so I'm not going to have a chance to pick up the cards until later on. That's going to be okay. So for today's video, what I want to do, this is a deck that I would be considering running. This is a version that I have came up with based off of the deck that's popular in the OCG. I'm going to run through some of these cards, tell you what they do, and we'll see how this deck eventually plays. So for Zongdora, we have once per turn during the battle phase, you can quick effect. Immediately after it resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. You only use each of the following once per turn. If you control a fire dragon monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. At the start of the damage step, if a monster battles, you can special summon one level 4 or lower fire dragon monster from your deck except itself. Well, guess what? They're all fire dragons. So Badora, the white, is usually the 1-card combo from what I've understood. If this card is normal or special summon, you can take one Sangan spell or trap from your deck and either add it to your hand or set it. You can only use this effect of Tenpai Badora once per turn. You take no battle damage from battles involving your fire dragon monsters. Once per turn during the battle phase, immediately after resolves, synchro summon. So you see a lot of monsters leaving the field here. What that does for you is when they synchro summon and go to the grave, if you can special summon them back or monster reborn them, which you can, they get to attack again. This deck kills through Prosby 2 to 3 times over. I've seen videos where they're putting 37,000 attack on board. So generally with him, you're going to add like the Kaiman, or you're even going to add the field spell, because both of them are Sangan spell or traps. So let's get to Fedora. This is, to me, the underrated one, but you're only going to play it at 2. If it's normal or special summon, or at the start of the damage step, if a monster battles, target 1 level 4 or lower fire dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. There's your special. You can only use this effect once per turn. Your fire dragon monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can immediately synchro summon. So what I've seen in combos is you get each one of these on. So white summons red, red summons green, stuff like that. And then it's attack, attack, synchro summon, attack, monster reborn, synchro attack, and you're pretty much there. This is the field spell, and the best part about this deck, almost everything's low rarity. It's going to be really cheap. It's going to be a meta deck that everybody's going to be able to afford. I'm really excited for it. So, field spell, we've got fire dragon monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects during your main phase 1 only. What's fire doing? So if I have that out during main phase 1 and I want to play, I'm going to play. During your main phase, you can add one Tenpai Dragon from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. I have thought about playing a little bit of a danger version. We'd have to see how it sort of goes. It plays around some hand traps, it plays around some stuff, but also plays into some things like Nibiru. But I'm still reading here. You can only use once per turn. If this card is destroyed during the battle phase, you can target 1 dragon synchro monster you control. Its attack becomes doubled. So if there's a card here, which I'm sure there's going to be, that destroys a card you control during the battle phase, your dragon synchro monster attack gets doubled. That's a little nutty. Obviously, we were playing 1 terraforming because of this card. 3 Kaiman. If this card is activated outside the battle phase, applies 1 of these. Oh. If it's activated during the battle phase, apply any of them in sequence. Oh. So outside the battle phase, we're going to apply 1 where you're going to add, or we're going to special summon from my hand. In the battle phase, it adds then specials. Pretty good. That's for the new Sangan Tenpai stuff. I'm very excited. So now let's get to some of the hand traps and board breakers. You all literally should know every card. So there's 15 cards. I have 25 different flex spots here. And the deck is obviously going to change here and there. But 3 Shifter, 3 Ash, 2 Nibiru. I do not like playing 3 Nibiru. 3 Imperm, and 2 Santa Claus. Some people may not be familiar with Santa Claus, but what it does is special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in defense by attributing 1 monster they control. If special summon this way once during the end of phase of this turn, you can draw 1 card. I'm playing 3 Super Poly. There's a couple reasons. So, like, this guy, you can just Garura your own, and in battle phase you're still chilling. But there's other things, like with Colossus coming back, I think we're going to see a lot of Colossus splashed. So, like, I added in Starving Venom Fusion. But I'm playing 2 Super Poly, again, because the discard, I'm considering dangers here. 2 Prosp, I do not like 3, and at 40, I think 2's okay. You can cut a Talents and add a Prosp, but I would prefer to play 3 Talents. We're on 2 Thrust, we're on 2 Storm, and we're on the 1 Duster. For the extra, we've got our Super Poly targets, and then we have our new Tenpai stuff, and I am going to read these. I'm going to read a couple of these other synchros as well. So, Sangan Super Dragon, Transcend Dragian. So, essentially, this and this guy over here, like, had a... I don't know. This guy's a monster. 1 Dragon Tuner, 1 non-Dragon Tuner monsters, 1+. If it's Synchro Summon, you can change all monsters on the field to attack position. Sorry, opponent. All your opponent's monsters must attack if able. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effect during the battle phase. Sorry again, dude. If 3 or more attacks have been declared this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, then destroy 1 card on the field. You can only use that once per duel. Dude, I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm not even going to lie. The fact that they're literally able to print these cards is insane. I think I'm going to have to run like a cross out with my D barriers. The other new one, if this card is Synchro Summon, you can target 1 Fire Dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon except for Dragon monsters. Whoop-de-doo. You can only use the effect once per turn. If 3 or more attacks have been declared, quick effect, special summon this card from your graveyard, then you can destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. There it is. So that is how we destroy our field spell, which then targets 1 dragon monster we control, synchro monster, and doubles its attack. So this guy, because it's like attack 1, attack 2, attack 3, quick effect, attack 4, quick effect, attack 5, special summon attack 6. That's a little crazy. I see why it's pretty good. We got Black Rose Moonlight. If this card is special summon or a level 5 or higher monster, special summon to your opponent's side of the field, target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So you special summon him, and then special summon the Santa Claus to their field as a kaiju, and then effect a Moonlight, bounce kaiju back. That's not a once per turn. You can kaiju twice with the same card. Ruddy Rose. If this is Synchro Summon, banish all cards from the graveyards. Then, if this is Synchro Summon using a Black Rose Dragon or a Plant Synchro Monster as material, destroy all other cards on the field. When your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card, tribute this card, negate the activation, then you special 1 Black Rose from your extra deck or graveyard. That's a little nutty, but we've known it's been around for a while. Black Rose Dragon, we should know. But when this card is Synchro Summon, you destroy all cards on the field. Once per turn, banish 1 plant monster from your graveyard, then target 1 defense position monster, change it to face-up attack, and its attack becomes 0. Ancient Fairy Dragons, what's going to pop our field spell? Special summon 1 level 4 monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. We're not ever going to do that. During your main phase, you can destroy as many cards on the field zones as possible, at least 1. And if you do, gain 1,000 life points, then add 1 field spell with a different name, then a destroy card from your deck to your hand. It's probably why I'm playing a Necro Valley right there. You can only use each once per turn. That's the errata. Meteor Burst, this is literally just here so they can't activate effects during the battle phase. Crystal Wing is here for the Omni Negate and the boost of attack. Trident Dragon, a lot of people know what this is. This is an older card that has been bought out several times in anticipation for Tenpai. Must be synchro summoned, cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is synchroed, you can target 2 other cards you control, destroy those targets, and if you do, for each destroyed, this gains 1 additional attack. So why would you not destroy your field spell, and another card, or at least your field spell. Now it has 2 attacks at 6,000 each. This card's nuts. Ultimate Zulkin's there for the combo. Cannot be synchro summoned, must be substitute summoned from your by sending 2 or level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. Once per turn, when a spell trap is set to your field, you can special summon 1 power tool or 1 level 7/8 dragon synchro monster from your extra deck. That's what we're always going to do, and it's almost always going to be Crystal Wing if I remember the combo correctly. Monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Also, neither player can target it with card effects. And then we're playing the extra bounce. We're playing the seals. And the side doesn't really matter. I just threw some cards together. I know you will play Bell. I put the 3rd nib there just in case. You're going to play some Bestials because these Bestials right here can do a lot for you. The Necro Valley is there for the Age of Fairy Dragon as well as the Terraforming. I'm even thought about putting a set rotation in here. 2 Cosmics. I just threw 2 D-Barrier in here in a Rivalry, but I'm telling you, if this deck is meta, people are going to be playing D-Barrier out the wazoo, and I'm going to be playing Cross out. But other than that, I'm super excited for this deck. I really do appreciate you all watching and supporting the channel the way you always do. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have any questions, comments, any critiques, let me know. I'm always willing to learn, and I'm very interested to see how this deck plays out. Other than that, you all have a great night.